What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Contemporary Comrades. Adam's here on the mic with the intro. I'm back from the depths. I moved a few states away. Yeah, welcome. On my left, we got the always enthusiastic, as he always reminds us, Neil the Heel Corn. What's going on, bro?
What up? Corn here.
Corn here. That's right. Only corn. On my right, we got Heavy J. Jerome.
What it does. Slightly less heavier than last week. Let's get it.
All right. Medium J.
No, still heavy, but slightly less.
Warren's got something special for you guys before we get started.
Absolutely. Now, we've always talked about having a theme song for the pod.
That's all I'm saying.
That was beautiful.
Corn, I appreciated that.
You cut out a lot, but it was I could feel the heart.
Yeah, man. The
beating heart as I heard cutouts, but also good work. Yeah, good stuff, bro. Good stuff. Anyways, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get us started. So we got topics for you guys tonight.
We have topics.
I mean, I know you can't believe it. So number one, we got likes on Instagram.
And likes in general.
Likes. I think we might have been here before. We're going to tread common ground like we always do. After that, we've got some other stuff. We're going to talk about Tubbs in the club. We're going to talk about Nickelodeon, a little this, a little that, maybe some fast food. That's your little preview. So we're going to start us off with likes, though. Now, fellas, we talked about this a few weeks ago, and I forgot until Corn reminded me, like with every topic. Instagram and artists. This is pretty near and dear to my heart, as it might be for others listening, or other single artist fan who's probably just me under a different account. But anyway, yeah. So when we saw this post, it was just a generic art sort of like it was a drawing. It was like it showed this girl who drew something, and it showed like a little number with the thumbs up. It was like 15 or 16 or something. She was all sad. Then you got this other chick doing, just a generic picture, duck face, and you see, like 600 or something like that. And the message there was like, this is society or something like that. I think it was more or less, you get the gist. Now, I really didn't like that. People in the comments were, just saying, oh, it's so true. And of course, there was barely anybody in the comments because hardly anybody wants to admit the truth. But yeah, my opinion was it was pretty true, pretty valid to artists because we pretty much need exposure to get paid for our art. And as much as I don't want to admit it, likes do generate, hype and attention and quote unquote, I don't want to use quotes, those are not friends, followers and, whereas, the general populace on Instagram is all about looks and, thirst. You got to have the thirst in there. So what do you guys think about all that? Corn?
All right. So what you're saying is, because you know more about like art, like the drawing art more than I do. So my question to you is, are you saying that most artists nowadays are relying on likes on social media in order to gain revenue, in order to gain all of their revenue? Because I know they're not relying on it to gain all of their revenue, but
yeah,
is it majority of artists are now relying on those likes?
I'm not saying relying on likes for revenue exactly, but the likes eventually come back to whoever's following them. They'll notice a popular post. They'll likely be more inclined to check it out if it's already getting a lot of attention. It's like, and the reason it kind of hits close to home is I haven't done it in a while, but whenever I stomach the nerve to draw something and post it, it's whenever you make anything, you're proud of it. You only me personally, I only put something out there if I'm proud of it, even just a little bit. Even if I thought, okay, that's not total shit, let me post it. And when you're doing that, granted, it's so someone knows you're still working on your passion. But even I prefer someone saying something rather than just a basic like, because then I feel like, okay, this person resonated with it. the likes honestly eventually catch up with you, and they will attract more people. Because I have had random artists check out my shit who don't follow me when I post it, and sometimes they end up following me because of that. So the likes kind of go hand in hand with it. It's a platform. It becomes a business for some of these people, for a lot of people on Instagram. And that's just one example. You know, Facebook likes, I don't know, are they a little less important, maybe you think? I mean, I personally think so. But again, it ends up just being about exposure, which we have enough of it. People will be hitting you up in your DMs about, hey, cut us a deal, or hey, not cut us a deal, we'll cut you a deal. And, you know, you want to do this for us, you want to do that for us. I had a guy message me about the same thing. Hey, can you design a album cover for me? You know, because he saw my latest drawing, et cetera, et cetera. This stuff does matter to someone trying to make a profession off of their passion and talents. Whereas opposed to just doing nothing but being physically attractive is going to get you way more common man attention, obviously. And that's why we have way more models on the platform than artists. But go ahead.
All right. What I want to say first is
Okay.
you still owe me a shirt design from a couple of years ago that I
Oh,
sent
yeah.
you to. But anyways,
I just moved. Let me take care of the first stuff.
I ain't gonna tell nobody else. But
It's
anyways,
been years, but
Yeah,
it's only been years. But anyways, I'm just messing with them too. But
you're right though.
it's 2019, so of course everyone's running to social media as soon as they do anything, even like an ounce of an accomplishment or an ounce of a goal.
Seriously.
Sometimes
to
less.
go tell the world about it.
Got all the dishes clean. Picture of an empty sink.
Yeah,
This what people do now.
I didn't have to send it to y'all. I didn't post it. I sent it to you guys because I barely ever fucking do it. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I get it. I get that it's 2019. You got to go to social media. You got to post this. You got to post everything you fucking make, everything you fucking do.
I picked a booger today.
I'm guilty of doing it sometimes, but there was a point that I got to where I was like, I'm gonna stop hitting the like button on people's shit because it doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't mean anything. So why am I gonna sit there and click like on people's shit, and it's nothing. It's just saying, hey, another person wanted to, for whatever reason, they clicked the like button. Now, when you put money into it, when you attach someone making revenue off of posting pictures. Now, granted, I think Instagram is doing a great job at trying to do this whole likes thing but they're not doing it because of, they're saying that they're doing it because of people and the mental illness or whatever bullshit. Everybody has a fucking mental illness in 2019. So everyone, they're saying that they're doing this because they don't want people to feel left out. When, like you're saying, Adam, somebody posted an art picture or a picture of their art, and then the next person posted their picture of art, and because they have more friends, they're getting more likes. It doesn't mean they're necessarily more talented. Now, that's neither here nor there.
Well, no, that's here and also there when it comes to people checking you out, because if you have more attention, you might be more inclined to have a big shot.
No, but if that person is more talented and they have more friends, then that's right there. That's the I guess I don't even know if it's a word, but bifecta. But anyways, the point I was trying to make is that from what I found out, Instagram is only doing this because this whole likes thing is because to cut out the middleman of the sponsors, and they strictly have direct contact with the people who are still getting paid from Instagram to post shit. And now they're cutting out likes. That's cutting out the middleman. That's cutting out, the other guys that they have to give money to, then to give to the people. So therefore, they're pretty much cutting their cost and giving the people posting their pictures, posting pictures on Instagram for Instagram, because they have so many followers, but it's just without the likes. But they're still gaining the followers. People are still looking at this shit. But Instagram, instead of saying, hey, we don't want to pay people as much as we're paying them, because why the fuck not? So they have to come out and say, oh, we're just gonna we're doing this because we don't want people to feel left out, blah, blah, blah. If you didn't want people to feel left out, you would have made Instagram to begin with. That's my own perspective, especially if you already have fucking Facebook.
That's
But
fair.
That's my personal opinion.
Wait, say that again.
Say which part did you want me to say?
Literally that last statement you just made about, you said it was your own personal opinion, like something about not being on Instagram.
I said that if they didn't want people, damn, you lost me. I forgot what I even fucking said.
I know what he said. He said they made Instagram for the purpose of, you know, dividing people, because why wouldn't they? They already got Facebook.
Yeah.
That same shit.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But with just pictures at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cutting down on content, but at the same time making it more about looks than it's ever been before. And I guess pictures, you know, but let's be real. The most likes are always going to be an attractive woman. Like that. Let's be real. You can
let's not even take it to one. Let's not even.
I mean, I wouldn't even say that, because there's famous celebrity men who get more likes than your average Instagram model. So I wouldn't even say, women are going to get all the likes in the Instagram world, no matter what. Like, I didn't say. It doesn't need. Yeah.
I didn't say all of them.
You just did.
No, I said the most common. Yeah, obviously there's some guys getting the same attention, not as commonly. I'm just talking about the bare like facts here. And then after that, those two shits are out of the way, then you start to get into what actually matters. You know, you get started to look at somebody's profession, awesome photos of like landscapes, you know, awesome art, awesome fucking hobbies that become talents, you know, like then it starts to become what I feel like it should be anyway.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but photography is also art, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything is art.
Yeah.
Anything can be subjective to be called art. Yeah.
Yeah. I've said this for years, but I don't think likes are even a real thing. I think likes are just it's basic to me. It's mind control is what it is, because people get addicted to likes. People feel like if they don't have likes, then they're not a worthy person. Everything they do is shitty. They, you know, like, and if you do have likes, you get big headed and you get in your ego, and then that also produces the same negative, you know, outcomes.
That's a good point.
As far as like your spirit goes, but that doesn't matter to people. They just want them likes. I always said likes are bullshit and they're fake and they don't exist. Like, it's not a real thing. Like people true. Your shit is different than giving somebody a like on a post.
Yeah.
And if you want to get worldly with it, and then if you want to go into like people getting paid for it, followers and views get more money than likes anyway. So as long as somebody follows you and is looking at your shit, that's really all the company cares about. Likes are icing on the cake for these companies.
And shares. Don't forget shares.
And shares too.
That's true.
Even the YouTube algorithm does not. And what's weird is like it depends on the site. Hold on, let me finish. Instagram gives more money for followers and views, but YouTube gives more money for views and shares. Mm-hmm. They don't care so much about subscribers as much. They do get money from subscribers, but it's more about views. It's more about views, and it's more about watching the entire ad in the video and not just skipping the ad after 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, it really depends on the site about how the algorithms work and as far as like how these people make their money from likes. But at the end of the day, Instagram not removing likes is really just to see. To me, it's stupid. It's irrelevant. Like you can remove.
I feel you. I do feel you, Jerem. But think about it like this: if you come to a very well done photo, drawing, what have you, it's going to have a lot of likes, and in turn, it's going to attract maybe big shots who are like, "Oh, look at this, 50K likes. What's this all about?" But whereas if I didn't have shit on it, do you think that person would care as much? I don't.
I think they would if they truly like it.
Yeah, but I think you also just said people are brainwashed by the algorithm of likes, which they are. So that being said, most of these people, and I do say most of these people, would disregard it without those likes there.
I don't. All right, the people who, okay, that's a fair point. But the people who truly like something will like it regardless if likes are a thing or not, is what I'm saying. And there's other means for them to keep interacting with you. such as viewing your shit, subscribing or following or whatever it is.
Popularity attracts popularity. So if this person isn't
Yes,
popular,
and if you have 1 million followers, that's going to do you more than having 20,000 likes on each post.
they will have the likes if they have the followers. That's all I'm saying. I don't like it either. You think I like this shit? I hate it. But I'm just saying, if they have
I'm
the
saying
followers,
likes aren't necessary, and I'm saying it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying.
but they're going to
Because
be there if they have the followers. That's all
they're
I'm
going
saying.
to be there if they code it into the website to put it on for people to use. They're not going to be there if they don't do that.
Yes.
It ain't going to be. It ain't an automatic thing
the
if
likes
they
weren't
don't
there,
put it in the fucking website.
If the likes weren't there, something will replace it, Jaron. Something will replace it.
So,
It
all
could-
right. So, all right.
Okay,
All right, so
I don't disagree with that.
So here's my question to you then. Instagram getting rid of likes.
Are they
What's
actually
gonna
doing
replace
that? Because you
What's
mentioned
gonna
that
replace the like?
a while ago, Corn, and they still haven't done it.
Yeah, they've been doing it
And we
in
said
Canada.
when we did the last episode that they've already been doing it in other countries.
Yeah, they've been doing it in Canada. I can't.
Oh,
I
fuck.
know for a fact. I can't get on my phone now, on Instagram, and see who I follow and who follows me unless I go to my timeline or unless I go into the search bar and type in their name or their username, their Instagram username, and see whether I'm following them or not. I could literally show you. I could post a video and show you that me trying to click 1 million times on my followers and on who I follow on my actual profile page, and it won't show me. It won't go anywhere. And it's happened to other people as well. That's already a thing. That's starting to happen. We've seen in Canada. Well, we haven't seen it, but in Canada, they've already started getting rid of likes and who you can. At first, it was you can't see who likes your stuff. Then it was likes are going away. It's just so and so posted this, how many views it has, and that's it. Could views be that replacement?
That's what it already is monetarily. For the that's the point I'm making.
I feel you on that.
And on top of that, and to go back to the whole brainwash thing in terms of likes, let's go back to a personal story that I shared with you guys 3 years ago, maybe. Actually, no, 2 years. I haven't had a Facebook in almost 2 years now. Not like a public one. I got rid of it almost 2 years ago, and one of the reasons why I got rid of it is because of the whole likes thing. It's because people are so brainwashed, and I shared you guys the story before of where our friend, his dad, I was friends with him and his dad, Jesse, you all know, his dad, and we were friends on Facebook. I would see him a lot, and friends in real life too. It was very rare to be friends with your friend's dad too, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, I go on Facebook and it says friend suggestion, his name, and I click on it, and at first I thought he just made a new profile. No, it's the same profile. I'm like, that's weird. And you know me, like I'm used to people unfriending me for all the different shit that I put on social media anyway. But I was like, but so and so's dad, like, why would he unfriend me? Like, he likes most of the stuff that I, whatever.
Yeah.
So then I messaged him. I'm like, hey man, not that I really care that much because it's social media. You know me, I don't really care. So I'm like, but why did you of all people, unfriend me on Facebook? Yeah. And you know what he said? You guys remember what he said? He said because he put a post up and said, if you really care about me, like my status.
That's right.
And I never saw. First of all, I never saw it. No. What it said, what he said he said that it said, if I'm important to you, if I mean anything to you, like this status. And I never saw it, first of all. And second of all, I probably wouldn't have done that anyways, because I'm not going to click like like on a fucking social media website.
Like
It doesn't determine whether I care about you or not.
Yeah. So he actually went through and clicked every person and actually checked. I made a list and checked who did it.
You guys don't remember that story?
I remember it.
I remember it now. Yeah.
Because that's after that. I never went back to. Never mind. Whatever. I never saw him in person ever again after that, because I was just like,
yeah,
that's
really petty.
The most petty thing. That's the most like petty. I just got like it was like getting sideswiped. Like I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's shit like that. That brand, and the dude was well over 40 at least. So it's like if you can brainwash someone that's close to middle age or is middle age, what do you think you can do to a 12-year-old or a 16-year-old or an 18-year-old or a 24-year-old or 30-year-old? You know, if you can do that to a fucking 45-year-old man, what can you do to these young thoughts running around here? They're gonna run the world. They already rule the fucking world.
I know that. Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Because
likes,
this whole
likes
so
control.
the whole likes thing. Yeah. So the whole likes thing is they know they can control someone's insecurities based on likes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Based on
Most
someone
of the
giving
stuff,
validation for anything. Yeah.
Exactly. Because I do what I love, which is doing shit like this. Talking about stuff, doing podcasts, whatever.
Control.
You guys know that Contemporary Comrades gets like 3 or 4 times more listens than my shit ever gets. Probably put together. But yeah, I still go back and still do my own shit. I still go back and still do my own podcast because I love what I do, because I like it. Yeah. And I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But if that were the majority of people, they would have quit by now. Because they're like, oh, well, you know.
Oh, I'm not getting the likes on that. I'll just do
nobody's looking my shit. Yeah. You know, nobody's clicking likes. Nobody's reposting my stuff. Nobody's doing this. Nobody's sharing. Nobody's doing that. Blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
When shit like that happens, people don't know what to do. It's 2019. They're going to break down. Yeah. They're going to say that they're depressed. They're going to say that, oh, now I'm depressed, or, oh, I have anxiety, or I have this or that, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah. Because it's 2019. Again, I'm not afraid to say it. Everyone says they have mental illness now. It's either everyone has it or not as many people have it as they say they do. If that makes sense. No, it's basically like everybody's crazy or select few. There's no way this many people are fucking nuts. You know?
I actually, you bring that up, and I remember seeing a recent video where it was like more about video games, right? And there's this guy on there who was talking to you about this very same shit, talking about, you have followers, bro, like, is your stuff lit on Instagram? I'm thinking to myself, like, what the hell? This is the general population we're dealing with. Like, this is like the people that you assume are running the show, and it sucks to actually come across those types. And you're sitting there like, no, dude, that shit doesn't matter to me. This guy just won't have it. He's just being a total piece of shit in his own special way, saying nothing but just everything that made my skin crawl. Nothing but exactly what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So the majority of the people only care about likes and follows and exposure, bro. And my shit about to be lit, fam. Okay, boomer. You know, bullshit like that. Just the trending trash that is just controlling people's minds every day. Trending stuff is like literally developing personalities now. I have seen so many people only quote trending stuff, and that shit makes me want to just depart from planet Earth.
Well, look what it does with all the 9 to 15-year-old kids. Actually, fuck that. Like the 3, 4, 5 year old to 15-year-old kids. Like,
I'd say older than that.
All they do now is Fortnite dances and dabs and shit like that. Like, that's all these fucking kids do anymore.
Like, I understand being a fan of something. I understand quoting like something you're a fan of, but not when you literally bring it into every sentence.
Dude, all they do is watch Twitch streamers do the Fortnite dances, whine, and fucking all the shit like that, man. Like
I like Rev X as much as the two of us or the three of us and maybe like 10 more people, but I don't literally quote this man in all my sentences. You can be a fan of something and then not be a slave to it, and that goes along with what we're talking about anyway. Fucking Instagram, Facebook, likes. Like, you don't have to just be a what's the word? It starts with an S. Statistic. You don't have to be a statistic. Yeah.
There's overconsumption of everything in this day and age.
Absolutely.
And much as we love, as much as I love entertainment more than the next person, trust me. I can sit at home. I can sit at home and binge watch a bunch of shit if I really wanted to, but I don't. A lot of people do. And I would say probably close to half of the population, at least in this country, probably do. Because you look at everything that we have. We get everything so instantly. When we were growing up, we didn't get everything so freaking instantly. You had to wait until next Friday at 8:30 to go to ABC and watch a show.
Yeah,
something as simple as that, as we can do now. We can just get online. You could probably go to YouTube and watch the whole fucking thing.
Right.
We're over consumed with all this shit. So to where your average 5-year-old is walking around, they're dabbing, they're doing Fortnite dances, they're quoting "Catch Me Outside" and all this other bullshit.
Yeah.
To the point where they become 18 years old and they have to make a life-changing decision, which I still don't think 18-year-olds should be doing.
No.
Saying, oh, this is the career field that I want. I don't think at 18 years old you should have to be able to do that. You should have to do that. But that's just the world we live in. By the time you become 18 years old, you are so brainwashed by entertainment, by all forms of entertainment, to where you can't think for yourself. You don't know what you really love. You don't know what you really like. You don't know who you are as a person. And I feel like that's where we're lost at. And the reason why I feel so passionately about this subject, not necessarily the whole likes thing, but I mean, it's kind of, but the whole reason why I'm so passionate about this is because now it's bleeding into the pro wrestling world, to where professional wrestling is no longer becoming professional wrestling. What really made it special to me, what really made it gloom out to me, is originality, is being able to think for yourself, being able to come up with your own shit and use it. Now it's to the point where it's so watered down to where you can't say shit like this. You can't do shit like this. You can't think for yourself because we want a television deal. You're given a script, or you're given this, or you're given all these guidelines of what you can and can't do, to where it's like, at the end of the day, it's not even wrestling anymore. It's just going out there and acting on a TV show and getting paid good money for it.
Yeah.
Which at that point, why not just go to fucking LA, get a fucking hiring agent or talent agent, and go audition somewhere at that point? You know what I mean?
I definitely agree with you, because it's also true. Man. It's true. Also, you mentioned your main passion. It's also true in the comic industry. You got these people, especially the ones who are writing the comics. They're just copying mainstream media. They're just copying trends again. They're copying all this big hubbub about gotta be diverse, gotta include this, gotta include that. Nobody cares about original storytelling anymore, because that shit doesn't sell as much. We'd rather race swap Batman than make an original black character. Verbatim. This kind of stuff is just it's bullshit.
Don't even get me on that race swapping shit. That's just ridiculous.
we mentioned it in an earlier episode, but it's still happening. It's never going to stop happening until we have another uprising of some sort, which that won't happen either. But anyways, it fucks up media. Corin, you mentioned waiting on stuff. I think that made us appreciate everything more. That made us appreciate television more. That made us appreciate movies more. That made us appreciate, drum roll please, dating more, because we didn't have every single option out in front of us all at once. So people now are being treated like Netflix shows, because we can have it all, because we have social media, because I've got all this, instead of, okay, I met this one great person. Nope, that person is now an ant in an ant farm, because now I have all these people. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking terrible, but that's the world we live in. Media and people are being treated the same. Go ahead.
All right, I want to ask you this, because let me see if I can understand what you're saying about comparing people to Netflix and relationships to Netflix. Are you saying to now where you can't be in a relationship because the first time a woman I don't even want to say a woman. I try to stay away from women on this episode because we talk about every single episode. But I mean, that's just who we are. We're three men on a podcast. A woman is eventually going to come up. But anyways,
pretty much,
of course, that's just natural. Yeah.
But are you saying that the first time a woman has any kind of disagreement with the guy, she's gone. Is that what you're saying? Like they want the whole perfect picture at once?
I would disagree with that even being a thing, but
I'm saying that now that we have social media connecting us more than ever, in some ways good, as in right here, we're all three in different states, and we can talk together and see each other. That's the good side. Bad side being now she or he has way more options, a way bigger circle, way faster too. They've got a backup plan at all times, 9 times out of 10. Whereas back before we had social media connecting us all to such a degree, it was less likely. Marriages lasted more. We know that's just facts. People were honestly happier. Let's just say it. I mean, it's true. People were happier. People appreciated shit more. Now, what I mean by the Netflix thing is that you have everything all at once. You can binge dating now. You know? Same as watching.
What do you mean by binge dating, though?
Because now we have like fucking apps for that. You can just click. I've got 6 dates tomorrow. Whereas back before you could do the same thing with a show, we had to wait a week or so. Back when I was waiting for The Office to come out this week or Naruto to come out next week, I was just anticipating, what's going to happen? And when it finally came out, I was so excited. Whereas now, if I want to watch this episode after this one, I'm like, oh, that was good. Click. Oh, that was good. Click. Oh, that was awesome. Click. It's not the same feeling, dude. You don't get the same.
I get
your name because I think we're just like where back then you could wait that 1 week. Now you could make the argument of what I think Jaren's going to make anyways is if they're really worth it, if they're really worth your time, the woman will accept you waiting that week, or that woman will wait that 1 week in order for the date. But the problem is 9 times out of 10, it's not going to happen. It's 2019.
The thing is, it will happen.
If you set up the date and you go on that first date, and she says, "Hey, I work the next 4 days or something like that, and I'll let you know when I'm off." It's pretty much you have a 50-50 chance of if you just text her and say automatically and say, "Hey, let's set something up right here right now," or if you accept the fact that she has to work the next 4 days, then I'll hit her up and see when she's available after those 4 days or something like that. But usually, if you're waiting a week, pretty much you might have lost your chance after waiting 2 days to text her or something like that. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not talking about the whole dating game. I'm talking about having so many options out in front of your face now. Whereas back when, like, say our parents were growing up and the internet was young and just coming out, like you had to meet somebody in person. You had no choice. You had to get to know them that way. You didn't have a cluster waiting on you a click away. It was hard. It was harder to build a roster, as Jaren would say. And
I would disagree with that.
Okay, well,
I will say yes. The access to men and women is easy, is quicker and easier now. I'll give you that for sure. But to say that people didn't still have a roster of chicks doesn't make sense, because that is the basis of what people do now. It's just now you can do it through an app instead of just having to go out and actually interact and communicate with people. Because all I heard growing up was stories about how my dad and his friends would go out and meet up with chicks, and next thing you know, you got 3-4 dates in a day, or 2-3 dates in a day, something like that. Like that shit wasn't like. I grew up listening to shit like that, so I don't necessarily think that just because there was no internet or no technology that you still couldn't get a roster of chicks. Like that's not to me, that's not a thing.
Okay, I agree with you on that. I mean, it depends on the person.
I think what Adam's trying to say is that it was a lot easier. It's a lot easier now, which
it is.
I would argue. I mean, it's a lot easier to get interactions sent out. Yes, it's a lot easier to state whether you like somebody or not. Yes, but I don't think it's any easier to actually get the chick. Well, like you still have to put in that work face to face.
You do, and to some degree, I think it can be good. because like me, I just moved to a new city, new state. I'm using social media like Meetup and the dating apps to meet people quick. Whereas here soon, I'm going to actually go out and do it in person. But that is an event. You have to make time for that. You have to prepare for, okay, this is what I'm doing today. I'm doing this all day. And like people are less likely to do that now because now we have apps for everything.
Well, yeah.
Me, myself, I'm including myself as an example of this very thing.
But like anything in life, if you want to put effort towards it, you will make time to do it. Just true. Like if a chick wants to put effort towards you, she'll make time to do it. So if you want to put effort towards the game and put effort towards, making interactions face to face, then you go do that. Back then, that's all you had, so that's all you did.
Which, yes,
but
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying back then, sound like an old man here. We had no choice. We did it. We appreciated it more. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying we appreciated trying more.
But I'll say this too, since I really did not want to talk about chicks in terms of the. I
didn't either, but I don't know. It just.
I wasn't trying to make it about. I wasn't trying to make it about
one. Since we're on it.
Okay.
I will say this. We see a lot more frequently. These chicks around here are a lot more choosy than they used to be.
Well, guys can
I'll
be.
Just say that because now it's all about, and let's take this back to likes because that's what this is about.
Yeah.
It's all about the likes. It's all about will you now it does. This really does not pertain really to back home to where we're from because you'll see the mixed match where you'll see the, the 5'8" chubby guy with the 6'2" hot prom queen. But I'm talking about out here in like outside of the bubble that we grew up in, you'll see to where it's all about how does he look physically, and does he have money? Because it's all about the likes. It's all right, it's two things. It's either does he look nice or can I use his boat and take pictures?
Does he have the status? I think it's more about the status than the looks, dude.
That's where it goes in terms of likes. And if you got both, you hit the jackpot. You're getting married. You're getting married in 6 months. I've seen it happen.
If you got both, you're not single. If you got both, you're not.
They're not compatible. They're not compatible at all. But his family or her family has money, and bam. It's all about, hey, let's take pictures. Let's take pictures of the beach house, of the boat, and blah 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 blah, whatever.
Let's take going out to pictures of our relationship and post it every day. That is how you know somebody's not happy. Now
imagine they take away likes, but we still have views. I don't know if views are actually going to draw money on Instagram for people.
They do. They already do. That's what I'm saying.
It's going to be traffic because right now. As of right now, they're not getting paid on views. They're not. No one's getting a dime off of views. They're getting dime off of likes. But now they're getting rid of it because Jaron, what you're saying is they are getting paid on views, but they're not. Not on Instagram.
Maybe, I'm sorry. I'm talking about YouTube. My bad. You're talking about Instagram.
I'm talking about Instagram. Okay, they're getting paid.
Yeah, they get paid for followers and likes.
My only thing is if when they take that away, how many more followers do you think you're going to get without those likes?
That's what I was saying this whole time.
Well, I'm saying that they'll still be there.
I don't think so.
And my argument, I'm still holding with my argument on that.
I don't think so. I don't think so, Tim.
The followers, if you already have followers, yes.
No.
But how are you going to gain followers on Instagram? How are you going to get more followers? Let's say I become successful.
What I said earlier, if people actually like your shit, they'll follow you. It's not that fucking hard.
Jaron, I've lost followers after periods of time without posting something.
Okay, because that has nothing to do with likes or not. Post shit, you make your presence known on the general site more and more. Posting actively, if you post every day, that will do more for you as far in terms of views and followers than likes in general on your shit that you have posted.
Followers who will like your shit.
Nigga, that you're conflating the two things. We're talking about if they get rid of likes. If they get rid of likes, people will still get followers. Like you will still be able to thrive without likes is my point.
If there's something to
aside the fact that I think that likes are stupid and they don't exist.
Yes.
If there's something
But-
to replace the likes, they will get followers. If they have nothing there,
I don't see why. I don't see likes doing that much for people though. I see their follower count,
No.
their view count, and how often they post doing more. Is also my.
All right, Jaron. I think you're kind of conflicting yourself too, because you're saying you don't see how likes are generating this shit, but people
to the
are
point
relying
where people
on
to the point where Adam to the point where you get to what Adam's saying is what I'm saying. Clearly, they do something because they get paid for it. We already established that. But I'm saying to the point where if they get rid of it, people's Instagram lives are over with. I don't see that.
I see some people's Instagram lives.
Yeah, I see some. I do see some because that's
aside
what
from the
Instagram-
psychological aspect we talked about.
I mean, look at what YouTube's doing right now with the whole COPPA thing. I'm
Oh,
sure.
dude, yeah. We'll talk about that.
Can I finish?
I'll just
All right.
ask
So when we're talking about the whole COPPA thing, right? Where now YouTube had to pay. They had to have a $170 million payout to the government. I forget what it is. It's like the FT something.
FTC.
But they had a payout to them. Now
FCC.
Now with the what?
FCC, Federal Communications Corp, whatever commission.
I can't remember. It's
Federal Trade Commission.
Yes, Federal Trade, FTC.
Okay.
But now because I've seen a lot of YouTubers saying, "Oh, I'm probably going to be off of YouTube here in a little bit," because now what they're doing is it's not YouTube saying, "Oh, we're gonna not sue you guys, but we're gonna charge you guys $42,000." But now it's $42,000, which most YouTubers do not have per video. If the government, not YouTube, because they don't even have the guidelines for this. No one knows the guidelines of whether your video pertains to children or not. You cannot have a video pertaining to children and still get paid for it from YouTube. If you do, per video, you're going to be charged $42,000, even if that video dates all the way back to 2008.
Fuck, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's over with.
This whole likes thing, and now I have to side with Jaron. It's all views. It's going to be views, subscribers, followers, whatever you want to call it, because that's never going to go away. Subscribers, all that's never going to go away. The data for views will never go away because that's always been generated since the beginning of entertainment.
Yeah, fair.
No, so to go back to the very base point of what you brought this up with, and the reason why I want to talk about it, the reason why I wanted to talk about this topic is because I personally, I mean, we all don't give a shit about likes. And to the point where I deliberately, I'll be like, my first reaction will be like to like it, but I'll be like, no, it's stupid. I'm not gonna fucking like it because it's dumb to just click like. But to where we need to stop, even as artists, period. We need to stop relying on other people's confirmation online. People that we don't know online. Go out into the world and do our shit. Even if our stuff, like, let's say, yes, I know you draw and everything like that. But all it takes is one person, one important person that you email that stuff to, or they see it somewhere.
And that'll be worth more than all the fucking likes in the world.
And that'll be worth more because you'll get a contract out of it. You'll get a sum of money. You'll get recognition. You'll get help. You might become an apprentice to somebody. Like, all of that other shit does not matter once the right person sees it at the right time.
You're right. That's very true. I just went to a Comic-Con yesterday. Some guys said the exact same thing. People who were sitting at the booth doing what I want to do said the exact same thing you just said. And I agree with that, Corn. I do. I'm not saying that's not true, because it is for an artist or for an entertainer even. It just takes that one yes. Mm-hmm. But that's not going to change the majority of people's minds on this shit.
No. And you know what the thing is? That's why we're so contemporary, because we're not here to change the majority of people's minds, because we know for a fact that will never happen. We're here for the people that actually want to know what the fuck is going on in the world in terms of us being brainwashed in our everyday life, and we don't know that we're being brainwashed.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Yeah, man. It's a heavy one.
Oh yeah.
Well, tis heavy. You ain't talking
Ain't
Jay.
talking Jay. I guess we're gonna move on to topic 2, right?
Yeah.
Or with
Topic number 2.
topic number dos number topic.
Numero dos.
Which one is that?
Oh, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
Chick-fil-A.
Shout out.
I like to call it.
Yeah.
Big belay. Shout out to our homie. Y'all know who he is. He gonna geek out if you hear that. But anyway,
I don't know who that is, but okay.
you know exactly who that is.
I sure don't. But
I ain't about to blast his name out, but
I think you might have to.
no, it's okay.
Okay, so all right, so we're gonna talk about Chick-fil-A here because 6 days ago, Chick-fil-A stopped. They came out publicly and said they're gonna stop donating money to the Fellowship of Christian Athletes (FCA) and the Salvation Army. So I have an article. I'm just gonna read just a small part of it. Article from Vice.com, which surprisingly is a credible source. Chick-fil-A won't entirely rule out donating to anti-LGBTQ charities again. Quote unquote, no organization will be excluded from future consideration, faith-based or non-faith-based, the company told Vice. The country's former favorite chicken sandwich giant, Chick-fil-A, announced, and keyword former because Popeyes is, and I think this is the reason why Chick-fil-A is doing this, because Popeyes is now the chicken sandwich giant, surprisingly, for some stupid reason, but whatever. If you guys are lost on that, just go back to our last episode that Jerry and I did, and you guys will learn about the whole Popeyes chicken fiasco. Now,
wow. I remember.
The country's former favorite chicken sandwich giant, Chick-fil-A, announced a major change to its charitable arm of business on Monday. Come 2020, the fast food chain will no longer donate to the Salvation Army and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, two organizations that have historically opposed LGBTQ rights, including same-sex marriage. Chick-fil-A says it will now focus its charitable efforts in 3 areas: education, homelessness, and hunger. But when asked more specifically, it did not go as far to say that it will no longer donate to organizations that oppose the LGBTQ rights. Well,
Man.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Yeah,
Fucking Jay.
man.
Well,
So
I actually wanted to ask something. Wasn't Chick-fil-A's thing always about, like their Christian side, and now they're going to stop donating to a church? Sorry, was it the thing of athletes?
yes, Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
That's literally contradictory to their whole message. Ugh.
That's yeah.
Why?
That's what I'm looking at, yeah.
Yeah, which is why this is a big deal. We're seeing money take over these fucking these companies. Like it's ridiculous because you're pretty much saying like all the morals that this whole entire company was built on, whether they're right or wrong. I'm not going to get into that. You guys can, but I'm not going to state where that, that's just opinion based anyways. But if your entire company was based on a certain type of morals, and now you're going against those morals and not telling people why, that's money.
I mean,
especially this coming right after the whole Popeyes chicken fiasco, which by the way is still going on.
Ugh.
And you're no longer having the same kind of sales in chicken sandwiches, specifically chicken sandwiches, than Popeyes is. And now you want to come out a month later and say, oh shit, what we did was wrong. What we've been doing all this time is wrong. Oh, we you know what? It's people that we were giving money to that didn't like you guys. Well, we're gonna stop giving money to them. So how about you guys, come back over here and we'll be friends again, or be friends for the first time.
Yeah, because now
it could never be about money.
It's fucking retarded. Yeah, they just want to be number one again. Fuck that.
I mean, are they literally number 2 in terms of sales?
How?
Of chicken sandwiches.
I don't understand.
Just
Chick-fil-A is
Chick-fil-A.
Within what, the past 2 months? The past month?
Chick-fil-A is not. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is not running out of chicken sandwiches.
So you're telling me that? So you're telling me that they are that petty that 1 month of them not being the top selling chicken sandwich in all of whatever,
all of
that they're going to sell out on their very morals and fundamental beliefs of what their company was based off of to turn a profit.
You know what they would really do when it comes down to it? If they like keep lower and keep dropping, they'll start opening up on Sundays and make all these complainers happy. Ooh, every time I want to come to Chick-fil-A, it's closed. It's always Sunday.
Yeah, if they open up on Sundays, man, then
yeah,
that is when I will.
That's probably it.
100% say that they're fucked.
That's probably it. That's probably why they're losing sales now, because now Popeyes is blowing up again, and they're closed the day of the week. That's a lot of money lost. That's a lot of green lost.
That's true, but we were just talking about how Chick-fil-A was basically the shit in terms of having people addicted to shit. Like,
we were. I was part of that one. Yeah. That was
and
2 podcasts ago.
You know what's funny, Adam?
Yeah.
I did not think about that. I did not think about.
I didn't either.
Them.
I didn't either. But
I did not think about them opening up on Sundays.
If they're already taking away their Christian values, that's the next step.
And already, it's already clear as day as to why they're doing this, especially with the timing and as fast as they've done it. They were like, oh shit, let's stop donating to fucking FCA, which by the way are kids, funding kids, Christian athletes, being physically active. Right. Let's stop donating to them, and let's stop donating to the Salvation Army, which helps homelessness. They're so contra-fucking-dicting, first of all. Because in the article, they just said that they're focusing on homelessness, hunger, and what was the other one? Economy.
But
part of homelessness is the Salvation fucking Army. They help homeless.
They help homeless. Yeah,
that's not best for business, Warren.
So it just is weird to me, man. Like
apparently it's on a need to know basis.
apparently that's not best for business.
That's on a need to know basis.
That is yeah.
But man, I it's just so weird, man. I don't really know.
So prophetic though.
I can't really put my finger on it because they always like we all know they all pushed they were anti-LMNOP community basically, saying that they basically sided with the Bible and that they didn't support that type of shit.
That caused.
And then for them to stop donating to FCA and whatever the fuck the other one was, Salvation Army, like I don't understand. Yeah, and I think in pursuit of pure profit, I think that's even that is stupid though, because them donating to those companies, if anything, is a tax write-off for that amount of money that they donate to. So it's that this is actually costing them money a little bit, in the hopes of getting whatever little profit margin that they lost from Popeyes releasing chicken sandwich 2 months ago, which by the way people are getting killed over and robbed and beaten up and everything else over.
Yeah. And you're jealous of that?
And you're jealous of that?
As a company, you're jealous of that?
And that's the part of it that I'm thinking this has got to be about more than money. They've got to have rolled over and spread one of their cheeks open. You know what I'm saying? And the other cheek will be opened up when they start fucking opening up on Sundays, like Adam said, because I could totally see that happening if this shit progresses.
I disagree.
Farther.
Hold on.
I disagree.
Hold on.
Okay.
So Popeyes is now getting exposure again, which I think is probably making their sales better.
I think they have to be some greedy motherfuckers to literally want to. I mean, of course. I mean, this is a major company where they're all greedy, right? Because
for the most part, corporations.
That's just how they don't get that way without being greedy. That's just how it works. But I'm saying to want to try to compete with Popeyes, who's literally got people like killing themselves and shooting them and or not themselves, but killing other people and robbing and all this other stupid bullshit for a sandwich.
Right. Sounds pretty stupid.
Not even a healthy sandwich, bro.
Yeah.
A fucking
None of this-
fried
this is
chicken
healthy.
GMO sandwich, bro.
Chick-fil-A is not healthy either. No fast food.
No. I mean, Chick-fil-A has healthier options than Popeyes in general, but they at least have a grilled option. But like, for fuck's sake, like I don't know, man. I think there's more to it, but I can't really say that there is. It's just really fucking.
They're putting steroids in those fucking gyms. Let's just be real. They're putting steroids in something.
Hey, I'll tell you also. One of my coworkers tried the Popeyes chicken sandwich. Actually on Sunday when I was at work, and he said it was better than Chick-fil-A. That's what he said.
Damn.
He said especially the spicy one.
To be honest with you, bro, I don't do fast food much anymore. I don't do fast food much anymore.
Saying.
But I will go to a Popeyes. The very next time I decide to get fast food, I guess I'll go to Popeyes. Just
be careful, don't get beat up, shot, robbed. You know.
Oh shit.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Adam, just get it delivered. Just get Postmates or something. Just get it delivered. But then your Uber driver might have either eaten the sandwich by the time he got there, or might rob you as soon as they give you the sandwich.
It's just that good, right?
They might say,
might never show up because you prepay and shit, so he might never show up with the sandwich.
Yeah, just free food.
That's him robbing you.
Yeah. That sounds like a pretty hustle.
That's part of the reason why I don't want a chicken sandwich. I honestly, I don't think I want to try that fucking Popeyes chicken sandwich. But anyways, because I don't want this point to get lost on me about how much I disagree with you about how it could be more than money. I don't think it's more than money. I think I've seen companies do this shit all the time, where they lose a little bit of money or they lose a little bit of service to another company that, quite honestly, doesn't really put any kind of dent in their finances, put any kind of dent in their income at all. But they're so greedy to where they're like, you know what? Let's open up Sundays. Fuck it. You know what? Let's go against our own morals. But hold on, Corn. Let's go against our own morals and do this. And you know what? Let's hire. Let's get bigger buildings. Let's put fucking pool tables in our fucking restaurant. I've seen that shit happen before.
Yeah, me too. But let me say, I will side with you on that if they open up on Sundays. The minute they open up on Sundays, I'm like, all right, they officially sold out 100%. These motherfuckers.
It's already clear as day. It's already clear as day. It's like going to. It's like,
yes,
hey, yo, I will never fuck with. I will never. You and I will never be fucking friends ever. We'll never work together. And then I see you making more money than me at your lemonade stand, and I'm looking at my friends like, yo, y'all ain't shit. Y'all are fucking fired. Now I'm like, hey man, want to work together? Or hey man, you know what? I agree with what you said. I like your views on stuff. You know what? I'm starting to see the same thing. And my quality is clearly better than yours, but you're coming out with this new and improved thing. Now I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have to come up with my own new and improved shit. And you know what? Hell, I'm gonna be open even on Sundays. Bam.
Yeah.
That's
the Sunday
that's fair, man.
Chick-fil-A really had to stand aside the competition. Damn, we're both saying, Corey, you good? The Sunday thing has been the only real defining factor that makes you think of Chick-fil-A, in my opinion. Yeah, they're good. Well, they're damn good. They're probably, in my opinion, they're the best tasting fast food. But that has been their whole main selling point. The whole yes, we're Christian, we're openly Christian because everybody's too offended to stand up for their religion these days or anything, what have you. So if they throw that away, then they're just as bad as everybody else, man. And you're already starting it, as you said. So
I mean, I think
I'm no defender of fast food.
This is a big hit on them, honestly, because I mean, it's not necessarily the organizations that they're going to stop donating to, but it's just the fact they're going to stop donating to something that they've been donating to for so long in general.
Something genuinely good.
Especially over some dumb shit like this.
And one of the causes that they said that they were getting behind, the company that they dropped, one of the companies that they dropped is a huge factor in one of those causes. That's where I get confused at that.
Yeah. But how are you going to say you're going to,
well, they were giving food away, right?
This is wild.
Yeah.
They were giving food away, and that's not best for business.
That's like saying, hey, man, I don't fuck with McDonald's because that's, but yeah, I love, no, that's like saying I don't fuck with fast food, but I fuck with McDonald's. Like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, like I don't fuck with the Salvation Army, but I'm trying to help donate and help the homeless. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
Because who's standing outside of Walmart giving money for clothes and shit like that? Who's saying, hey, don't give us money, give us clothes so we can give to homeless people?
Yeah,
Salvation Army.
This is true, but Salvation Army it has been a little sketchy in the past anyway as well.
We know that, but every company. They're no more and no less sketchy than Goodwill.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's
fair enough. Still,
but yeah, and Chick-fil-A. I mean,
giving it away.
At the end of the day, like I said in the other podcast when we talked about them, that chicken sandwich is still crack, baby. People still gonna go get that motherfucking sandwich.
True, man. Very true.
Fries. Popeyes don't have waffle fries, damn it. You know what I'm saying?
Not yet. But yeah, at the same time, you're taking something away that is free. You're taking away us giving something as opposed to we could be selling,
But
like I said, I mean, they get tax breaks for donating. Like that's you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. The companies like that who spent like Jeff Bezos just donated like 120 million or whatever the fuck to something I heard. That's just a write off, man, for him. Like he'll get a tax because of that. He probably don't even pay taxes.
He doesn't. Amazon doesn't pay taxes, I read.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Talking about Jeff Bezos, right? Yeah, he doesn't pay taxes. I watched. Yeah, he doesn't pay taxes.
He'll make money off of donating that money. But anyway,
to go back to the point though is, let's just keep in mind of just even forget about the whole open and close on Sundays. Just look at the timing of all this. And if you go on Twitter, which is what I did for the past week, I've been on Twitter looking at all this shit, looking at how this shit is playing out. You're seeing all these, you're seeing all of that community,
the elemental P community.
Saying, oh, I can go eat Chick-fil-A now, like you couldn't before. Like,
right.
Well, they're getting that now. We're seeing that effect. However, one thing I did not expect, and that picture that I showed you guys earlier of that guy that ripped his Bible up in half and put the chicken sandwich in between the Bible and like pretty much threatening Chick-fil-A. Y'all saw that picture I sent, right?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
And people are acting way worse than that. Like hardcore Christians are acting way worse than that about Chick-fil-A doing this and about Chick-fil-A because they're saying the line in the sand quickly being removed of that Chick-fil-A line in the sand being quickly removed and disappearing. And they're saying where their Chick-fil-A is no longer theirs anymore, which I always said before. Places like Chick-fil-A and Starbucks is less of a, don't get me wrong, Chick-fil-A is a good fast food place. I don't think it's the best, first of all, but that's my own personal opinion.
That's all.
But I've always said that Chick-fil-A and Starbucks are two of a handful of places that a lot of people go to, not because of their quality, but because it's more of a statement of, I support this place, I eat here. This is this is standard of whatever. I always said that.
Yeah, I feel like
they have good Christian values, et cetera. You know what I'm saying?
Now we're drawing a crowd like nothing else. Look at church.
Yeah, I think it's going to damage some of the people who went to Chick-fil-A for that reason more so than just and the food's crack. Yeah. Like that's going to damage some of those relationships. But I think that some of these elemental P's are going to be so dumb that Chick-fil-A doing that will persuade them to then go to Chick-fil-A more. Like I really think that too. So to me it's just gonna go both ways.
That's a lot of money.
It's a teeter-totter of who are we gonna lose versus who are we gonna gain, and they chose the elemental P's is basically what it is.
and I want to end on this point. All of this is done because the next guy was getting at least a little bit of business, and
for a month or two
had some of your customers go there. And I know I bring everything back to wrestling, just like fat people bring everything back to food. Look at where WWE and AEW was the only other company pretty much in the world that was giving people decent contracts, like decent amount of money for contracts, less TV time, less travel time, same amount of money, if not more, in their contracts for professional wrestlers. WWE quickly got wind of that and said, hey, now we're just going to start paying people $500,000 to stay with us. But like, I'm not saying shitty tag teams, but tag teams that shouldn't be getting paid $500,000 a year are now getting paid $500,000 a year or $500,000 every 2 years because next guy is giving other tag teams $1 million a year. That's my point I had to make for that. Chick-fil-A is no different. Any other business, in period, is no different. If Amazon had any kind of competitor, period, in the shipping game, they'd be, oh my God, everything would be cheap.
Yeah, that's true.
Right now, not so much, but hey, who knows?
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with this whole YouTube thing, by the way, where I see a lot of people saying they're not going to be using YouTube. I wonder where they're actually going to go.
Yeah, bro.
There's something on the blockchain called DTube. There's some other like alternatives to YouTube, but they're nowhere near as popular as YouTube. Like,
well, if this
not even
gets
remotely
big enough,
close.
a lot of them might actually really consider it, and that will make the not so popular one popular.
Yeah, they're all. What's going to have to happen is the majority of the YouTubers who get fucked up by this are going to have to go to the same other platform, and then people are like, "Oh, I've heard of that," and then they're going to go.
Well, as soon as one of the big boys does it, like as soon as PewDiePie does it, or as soon as freaking Markiplier or somebody does it, then everyone else is going to follow suit. As soon as Logan Paul does it, like all you need is one big boy. Like remember when fucking
Ninja, he already dipped, and so did PewDiePie. He still makes YouTube videos, but he streams from something else now.
Well, he's so rich he can do whatever he wants. But yeah, like,
but he's still it's still what you're talking about. Like, they're all rich.
Yeah, he left Twitch.
Yeah, he left Twitch. That's the equivalent of him. Yeah, that'd be like equivalent of him leaving YouTube.
Yeah, and most people will just follow the most popular person. I'm not saying everyone on there full time who would follow the popular.
I mean, but there's a lot of people who follow people with less than 100,000 subs who would go whatever platform they're on just to hear them too.
Yeah,
like there's probably a lot more of those than the people who watch the big boys. Honestly,
I feel you because I don't watch the big boys, but I know a lot of people do.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
Yeah. But anyway,
we
had two more kind of mini topics to cover.
We had two more topics. We got tubs in a club. Jaren, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, talk about clubs in the tub.
Tubs in a club.
So this is a hot topic, I guess, and I don't know if it's just in the black community or whatever the hell it is, black YouTube, whatever. But I just found it hilarious and interesting at the same time. So, fucking Judge Joe Brown, right? Everybody knows who Judge Joe Brown is, right? So there's this talk of Harriet Tubman actually going to be on like the $20 bill now, and
was in talks for years.
Yeah, it's been in talks for years, but I think apparently it's actually going to happen now. I'd encourage anybody to check that out and let me know for sure. I didn't have time to look. I just heard the backlash from talking about this. But Judge Joe Brown, voiced his opinion on the matter and basically said that it's bullshit that a black woman is going to be on the $20 bill before a black man is on $20 bill. And his reasons were that this is to appease feminists. This is to appease I don't know how to call them. I guess like not black supremacists, but like pro-black people. They're typically called white supremacists are called white supremacists, but people who want all black shit are called pro-black, right? This is what they're called. Yeah. So
I've heard both.
Feminism and pro-blacks. This is supposed to like appease them, which is having Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. His argument was basically that no other race, no other, creed or religion or whatever the hell else puts their women on things like that above their men. except for black people, because in his words, this is to further emasculate black men, which we've already gone over that in a few other podcasts. Corn and I have, at least, about just emasculation of men in general, but specifically black men in this context. And also his argument is that let me think what it was that there were plenty of other people who could have been chosen for the $20 bill who died in the era that all the dead presidents were from, that are already on the bills. So he was, like Thurgood Marshall, and there's one other guy who basically helped Abraham Lincoln free the slaves. His argument was that Abraham Lincoln wouldn't have even gotten the Southern slaves to fight for the North if it weren't for this guy. So he was debating Dr. Umar Johnson, who is also another pro-black dude. I don't know if any of you guys have ever even heard of him. Nobody probably has, but he was touted for trying to create his own like all-black school and all this other stuff, and then he's been ousted as like kind of like a scammer dude, but not really. His argument was that he was basically saying that it was bullshit, and we should basically uplift our black queens, and there's nothing wrong with having Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill as opposed to having a black man first and all this and that. What do you guys think about that whole thing? Is this further emasculation of men, or is this just like, what did Harriet Tubman do other than sit up at the front of the bus and basically be a woman and not listen?
Wait a minute, dude. Wait, she wasn't Rosa Parks. I think you're confusing those two, Jared.
I mean, yeah, I know. Oh yeah, you're right.
Hey,
I think you're talking about Amelia Earhart, bro.
No.
yeah, Amelia Earhart drove the plane, and she was white, and she.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, the Underground Railroad, all that stuff, right?
Yeah, that was Harriet Tubman.
That was my bad. Betsy Ross, my bad.
Yeah, Betty White. Yeah.
Yeah, Betty White, my bad. No, that's God damn it. All right. Anyways,
You said Betty White.
To be serious though.
Yeah.
I listened to what you were saying about this, and I remember back 5 years ago. I think Obama was still president at this point when this first came out about Harriet Tubman being on a $20 bill, which I always thought it was going to be the $100 bill, but apparently it's $20 bill.
It was always 20.
Yeah, it was always.
I'll say this. It's very weird that they're trying to push all this shit when cash is getting ready to be irrelevant.
Yeah,
anyways.
Exactly. It's only a matter of time.
I think, this, to me personally, I feel like this would actually mean something if this happened like the 80s or the 70s or the 90s or something like that. But the fact that this is happening right now, where literally cash money is getting ready to be irrelevant. Like cash 5 years from now, I don't think anybody's even going to be carrying cash. Like,
I think it'll be a little longer than that. I'd say maybe like 15.
They stopped producing cash money. That's a thing. Like, they stopped mass producing cash money, which means and like we see all the time, like, not many people carry that much cash on them anymore. And you can still do it. I mean, hell, I lived off of $18 cash for 2 weeks back in September.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's still a thing, but the fact that everybody's carrying around some kind of card, everybody's carrying around, now it's the phones too. You don't even have to even have a fucking debit card anymore. You just gotta have your fucking phone.
Yep.
All of this.
Yeah.
I think at this point, and I'm not trying to cast out Jaren's topic or anything, this whole Harriet Tubman thing, because it is important. Which I don't, to be honest, and you know me, I usually try and read the undertone and of the situation. And
this is purely a race thing though. I only heard about this through a tunnel of basically race related topics.
Yeah,
and again, I'm not really for that.
And it is a race thing because that'd be the first black person to ever be on any type of money. So there's also that.
I feel like that's
any type of American money. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like it's reaching, because I mean, you could say that
reaching.
About
what part of it's reaching though?
Making it about something specific like that. Whereas name
Why
a
what, man?
so okay, if you want to make it about race, bring it back to white people. We got who do we got? We got Susan B. Anthony on the
Judge
old
Joe Brown's
point.
thing was that there should have been a black man. He was saying his argument was that there should have been a man put in, basically voted in to be on the dollar bill before a woman.
Yeah, if you want to put okay, Jaron, if you want to make it about that, if you want to make it about that,
that's the argument I asked. That's what I asked you guys.
Hold on. If you want to make it about that, then every single dollar should have a man of a different race, because that's not fair to the Hispanic people. That's not fair to the Asian people. It's
in America, because think about it. African currency has black people on it, right?
Okay.
Mexican currency has Mexican people on it, right? So the thing, it's in America specifically is what we're talking about here. Like these people, like all the different races already have their own people and their own money outside of America.
Okay. So if they want to make it all about America, then sure. But again, if they've already got it in their own country, I don't fucking care, dude. Okay, so we got Susan B. Anthony, who's a white woman on the coin that's going out of business, going out of production, right? So it's all just been white men, all the founding fathers who just happen to be white, right?
I mean, there's not all founding fathers, but yeah.
Oh yeah, well, and they're not signing all the presidents. You got Ben Franklin on the 100. He's not president. I always joke and say he's my favorite president, but yeah. So like, I find this to be just a pointless like nitpick. I mean, we don't even know if Harry Tubman's getting on there. This is still rumors, It does.
I thought that it was said that that it actually was going to happen, but but as far as I'm concerned, it's still a rumor.
Someone's going to be offended by anything. So someone's going to be offended by this happening. A lot of people will. Oh boy.
But you don't think that's further emasculation and further agenda pushing? Now there's a woman on the money now, like against. I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
This was brought up like a little earlier. Wasn't this brought up like before 2015 or so? Like wasn't this like
I don't know, man.
I swear this was older.
Brought up years ago when you and I were making a joke about Tubbs in the Club, which is why I named this topic Tubbs in the Club.
Yes.
With this story that Jaron is saying about Judge Joe Brown and this other dude who nobody's ever fucking heard of.
Well, no, I know who we're talking about. That's not
what I'm saying is with them saying that this is, and Jaron asked the question of, is this further demasculating men? And now with this situation, especially the black male, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. That's the argument he made. I just want to know if you all thought that was the case or not.
I don't think it is. You go ahead.
Thank you. I am going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say no, only because I think that, because usually I am on this. Usually in most cases, in most scenarios, I would agree. But in this specific scenario, I can't see it, because at this point, I'm like, first of all, they're getting rid of cash. So I feel like it's kind of too late to put any black person on cash money at this point. Like, it's irrelevant. It's going to be like cash money.
They're getting rid of cash, but the financial system will have to collapse before that actually fully goes away.
That's true. It's going to be a while. Yeah. And all you need is a good week of exposure, So they got rid of cash like.
There's no other way they're going to get cash out of people's hands. There's just
not for a very long time. It's going to be a very long time before they.
I'm not saying they're going to get out of people's hands. I'm saying it's going to be irrelevant. They're not going to be able to use it anywhere. Which we're already seeing in a lot of places where they're saying, "I don't take cash, man." You go to any barbershop, they're going to say it. I don't.
I just paid cash for my haircut last week. What you talking about?
But there's also places that only take cash. The Comic-Con I went to yesterday only took cash. Some places don't allow cards.
They don't take cash anymore.
But it depends on where you go.
Yes. Anyways.
But you said any barbershop, so I'm just saying.
It's not everywhere.
Okay. Forget about the barbershop thing. Whatever. You guys still think they're going to be taking cash 5 years from now everywhere?
Yes.
I do. Not maybe not everywhere, but it'll be. I'll give you this. It'll be definitely less places than now. But
It'll be
cash,
okay.
I think if the financial system does not collapse, I still think certain places and certain things will still use cash in 5
I
years.
think cash is going to be around.
Now, in 10 years, I would say no. 10 years, I would say no.
I
But
say
5 years, I would say yes.
I say at least 50.
I'm gonna go out on a limb, and this is, we're on a podcast, it's being recorded. We're gonna come back here 5 years from now. I'm gonna go on a limb and say by the end of 2024, and 90% of places that we purchase shit at in person will no longer be taking cash.
Okay.
If I'm right, and you guys know that when I'm right, I let you guys know.
Okay.
I will say
And if you're right, then I'll give you that. There's no problem with that. But I'm saying my guess is by 2030 and up.
We'll
Cash
come back to
done.
this dusty ass episode and be like, oh yeah, I remember when Corn said that. But yeah, we can say that, sure. I don't think it's going to be 5 years, not even 10. I think it's going to, because people are going to keep on demanding things to stay the same old way that they know until the old people complain and die off. You know, that's just where we're at.
We've shown it. We've been. I respect your opinion, but that's not a good argument. That's not a good defense.
I mean, that's fair.
People demand. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the fuck we demand as people, as a society. It's all about what the big man wants.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
And speaking of the big man, I think that in terms of this being a thing of where it's like, oh, demasculation of the black male, or of a male period, of putting the first black person to be on any kind of currency would be black female. I'm gonna go. Again, I disagree that this is demasculation. Normally, I would agree, but this is about something that, honestly, I don't think it's really like it's a milestone. Don't get me wrong, it's a milestone. It's something. It's somewhat of importance. Like I think the thought is more important than the actual action, if that makes sense. I hope I'm not losing you guys on that.
No,
so
I think a lot of people would disagree with that, but I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I just think that a lot of people, especially black people, disagree that they would want to see that black person on that money. You know what I'm saying? Like that they would crave that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like again, I'm not saying it's not important.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I think that having a black person on there is great. It should have happened in the 70s and in the 80s, back when everything was cash money. But again, not saying it's not important now. It's just, at least my own perspective.
You're saying you're basically saying cash is on its last leg, so it really doesn't even fucking matter, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, that's fair.
But you also said the whole milestone thing, which I agree, that's more important than the actual thing.
It's
actual
it's
cash.
The actual milestone of having a black representation on money is good. I like that. I just feel like, again, what we've all been saying, what I would agree, what most black people would agree with, is it's too late. Like, not too late, but
I mean,
you know, like,
yeah.
But again,
we have to see if it's even going to happen anyway.
I don't think it's like a male or female. I think that what you're saying, that Judge Joe Brown and what's the other guy's name again?
Dr. Umar Johnson.
Thurgood Marshall.
So what Umar Johnson was like, what he and Umar Johnson were saying, like, I just don't think that that's really like, I think they're making an issue out of something that's not really much of an issue.
I mean, the male-female dynamic and male emasculation is a real issue, but
no,
I see what you're saying, like, as far as them choosing Harriet Tubman over somebody else, so over some male.
Yeah, I feel like this issue specifically, this view specifically is not an issue. I don't think they're making an issue out of something that's not really an issue in terms of Harriet Tubman being on this bill. There is a problem with what they're saying. Like, the issue that they're talking about is a big issue in our society and in our culture.
But you're saying it doesn't apply to this?
Yeah, but this doesn't apply to that, is what I'm saying.
Because money is going to be irrelevant. Is that why you're saying that?
Cash money.
Well, because
cash money is going to be irrelevant.
Harriet Tubman was a vital what's the word for it?
Icon.
A vital, not icon. I mean, she wasn't, I guess, but she's more.
She was a key player in, I guess,
and they want to give credit.
Slavery, freedom.
And she was a key part to sit on that bus, right, Darren?
She's more important. She's more important than what people give her credit for.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's a fair point.
She did more than Rosa Parks. Not saying Rosa Parks didn't do shit, but she did way more than Rosa Parks.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If this was Rosa Parks, then I'd be like, oh yeah, I'd be right on that train with them, talking about this is demasculation. But this is Harriet Tubman we're talking about. Like,
it's Harriet Tubman.
If it was Harriet Tubman or what's that dude's name? Franklin whatever the fuck. Franklin Douglas. If it was him,
Frederick Douglas.
Douglas.
That's the other person he was saying he thought should have been on there was Frederick Douglas.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
But if it was anyone other than Harriet Tubman, I'd have that. I'd be right there with him. But if it came to those two,
but it's Harriet.
Yeah. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah. Okay. I feel you there.
I agree with that.
Now I see your point, and I also see his point saying, like, you know, all throughout all of history and all of entirety and all of, you know, money, it's just been men on it. Unless we're talking like old shit where they put, like, you know, queens and shit like that on money. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I just want to see what y'all thought about it. I really don't have a super, you know, important opinion on it, really. I mean, Judge Joe Brown's just an old, he's a manly man. He's an old man, so he's going to voice his opinion. I mean, to me, it makes sense. I feel his opinion. Yeah, I feel what you're saying. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's money. It's a manipulation tool. So does it really matter? We'll finally be on the face of the thing that controls us, right? I mean, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Big deal. But anyway, last topic, man.
Yeah, one more topic, and we're closing with Netflix again, which we do that a lot. I feel we close with Netflix in a lot of episodes.
Yeah. So Netflix, November 12th, Disney Plus came out.
Yay! I don't have it yet.
Subscribers, including myself. I'm a very happy Disney Plus subscriber. Now we should have known Netflix was going to bite right back. And damn it, did they have a really big bite. Netflix now partnering with Nickelodeon to not only put all content on Netflix, but to redo a lot of Nickelodeon shows, which I have a huge problem with.
I have a humongous problem with that.
I didn't hear about that shit.
I didn't know that, man. No, that's totally fucked now.
That sucks.
I love the old Nickelodeon stuff, and the fact and because I feel like entertainment for kids nowadays is fucked no matter what it is, whether it's Nickelodeon, Disney, whatever, whether it's Nickelodeon, Disney, Cartoon Network, Sci-Fi, I don't care. I feel like kids now are fucked, in terms of good quality shows. Now, with that said, there are one or two shows that I fuck with.
There are a few good ones, but those barely ever stay on the air.
Yeah. But now Netflix, of course, being another, we just got done talking about with one company, you know, two companies going back and forth. Now we're back to this one where Netflix had they were working with Disney with some of their own original shows, including the Marvel stuff.
Oh yeah,
including some of their, I think they did like Beauty and the Beast or something like that, like a reincarnation of Beauty and the Beast, like a show on Netflix. Like they were working with Disney hand in hand, and then Disney backed out because they were like, "Oh, well, we're not getting as much with the deal with Netflix, and now we're going to come out with our own streaming service." And of course, people are going to flock to that because we're fucking Disney.
It's Disney. Yeah.
Everything. Now Netflix is saying, "Hey, well, who rivaled Disney back in the early 2000s and late 90s? Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I mean, whether we believe it or not, whether we want to believe it or not, Cartoon Network was always third place. And I believe Cartoon Network is going to be right there. I believe Cartoon Network is going to be right there.
Cartoon Network was always behind them, in my opinion.
Yeah, not to me. Yeah. I watch Disney the least, but I mean, that's just me.
Yeah, but I know Disney was more popular, though.
Yeah, like in terms of like viewership and money and all that. But anyways, And plus Cartoon Network, I believe, has already been working with Netflix anyway. So I think Netflix are the ones that were going to release the new Courage the Cowardly Dog on there, but they've already been working with other companies. But now Netflix partnering with Nickelodeon to rival Disney. First of all, I think I don't like it. Especially I will enjoy having all the other old shows in there like Rocket Power, SpongeBob, all that cool stuff on there.
All the old stuff.
And all that, Kenan and Kel, Amanda's show, Drake and Josh, all that cool stuff,
dude,
right?
Drake and Josh, hell yeah. I get that on there. I'll be back on Netflix a lot.
But now they're talking about redoing shows from Nickelodeon. We're talking about doing like Fairly Odd Parents, redoing shows, which they're already redoing all that, but all that is being run by Kenan and Kel. So I kind of have a trust. They kind of have my trust with that show until they go to Netflix. Then maybe not. But we're talking about redoing some of our favorite shows as kids.
Yeah, they're gonna suck. Well, plain and simple, they're gonna fucking suck.
And not only that, Disney is light years ahead of Netflix, and way more light years ahead of Nickelodeon in terms of the content that is going to draw more and more people to it. Netflix will be there for quite some time. Don't get me wrong on that, because a lot of their original content, viewers are glued to it. But
yeah, I like a lot of their stuff.
Netflix canceled BoJack Horseman.
What?
That season.
No way. Really?
Yeah. Netflix canceled The Ranch. Netflix just canceled another show that is now number one trending on Twitter because fans are so outraged that they canceled the show that they're trying to get it renewed. And Netflix has done the same thing over and over again for so many years. It's canceling shows and canceling more and more shows.
Canceling all the good shit.
If you're a streaming network, it should not matter. The only thing that should matter are your subscribers. And this kind of ties into the original topic that we've had before. So I want to know you.
I got something.
Can I?
You said okay. What I was gonna say was I want to know, does Disney Plus have any plans to take shit off their platform?
No.
Well, there you go. They're gonna fucking win. Netflix should not have been taking shit off from the beginning. What is the point of that? Why would you want to lose people? They have still not put Always Sunny back on that bitch.
That's just not a Netflix content. You got to realize Netflix's
trying to push their original shit.
It's their original content that they have to keep on there because it's theirs. You notice how not all you don't have Disney Plus, but on the Marvel section, there are some Marvel movies missing from Disney Plus because they have contracts. Look at Avengers Infinity War is still on Netflix. You want to know why? Because there's a contract between Netflix and Disney. And once that contract is up, then that movie will be on Disney Plus. It's the same thing goes for all the other stuff. Netflix that's why Netflix paid what $100 million to keep Friends on Netflix.
Yeah.
And to keep those they paid $200 million, I think, to keep The Office on Netflix because it's everything's a contract with Netflix. If it's not a Netflix original, they better have
a fucking contract attached. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But finish your statement. You were asking us something though.
My only problem is that and to go back to my question is for you guys is that I want to know what you guys think about the fact that if you do not have original content on your streaming service and those contracts run out because let's say Disney says, okay, Netflix is paying you guys $200 million for 5 years to keep this movie or show or to keep this series on Netflix. How about we buy out that contract? Or how about they can't really break the contract unless Netflix lets them break the contract, unless they want to get sued, which they will probably do that anyways. And Disney might buy out their fucking lawsuit, which has happened before, by the way. Let's not get lost on that either. But what do you guys feel about how years down the road, Netflix may not have any unoriginal content on their stuff? And again, they're going to charge you more, especially now that cable is going away too.
Oh yeah.
Just like money going away and all this other stuff. cable's going away, but streaming services, people aren't going to be losing their jobs at the cable companies. But you want to know why? Because they're going to need to keep creating shows. It's just going to be a streaming service now. So they're still going to need
for cable companies. They provide internet, most of them. So
Yeah.
they'll at least be able to stay afloat just on providing people the internet to then stream the shit.
Very true.
But,
Very true.
But yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, in my opinion, hold on real quick. Almost had a mic malfunction there. In my opinion, yeah, Netflix is fucking up a little bit, but at the same time, I think having Nickelodeon on Netflix exclusively for streaming will bring them more business
For the old stuff.
For the old stuff. But then when Corn said that they were going to be making new shit or remaking the old shit, nah, man, that we all know. Everybody knows how we feel about remakes of old shit that doesn't even need to be touched.
Shit that doesn't need to be messed with at all, bro.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna start including like modern day messages, which is just bullshit anyway. Yeah. You know exactly what they're gonna do.
Oh yeah, we all know what they're gonna do with the shit.
Go back. You can even compare like old cartoons, like even SpongeBob. That's a prime example that went on past its prime. Watch a newer episode of SpongeBob, compare it to the stuff that we grew up with, like maybe like the first 5 seasons or so. You will find an entirely different show, one way more obnoxious and less funny compared to actual good humor. Same with Fairly Odd Parents. Do the same thing. That show Burnout. I don't know if you guys knew about that. I watched Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh yeah, I watched it. Yeah, it's totally burnt out too.
Up until it got shitty. We all watched the classics. It went on for seasons longer where they like had the baby and then they had this fucking dog and it got really bad. And you can just tell this guy's running out of ideas. And it got really bad, Whereas like shows that ended, like Drake and Josh ended, Danny Phantom ended. That was awesome. Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
Did they have an official ending?
I'm pretty sure.
I know they stopped making episodes, but did it actually have an ending? I don't think it had an ending. But anyway, like they stopped making episodes, right? So that's the ending. But and you can just tell when it's good enough to stop, please. That's for anybody making something that was once good. I know shit gets canceled when it's good, and that's always rough. But if you got a message and a story to tell, end it, please end it. That's just.
Well, that's the thing is nothing's really ended anymore though. Like shit's been ended for years, and then we can make some more money. Let's bring it back and spin it back up.
Exactly, man.
Let's let's change the agendas to 2019.
Yeah, that's the worst thing.
Now let's make a female chasing a female for love. You know what I'm saying? Or for a small example, shit like that.
Race swapping somebody.
Yeah. Some
sex
like
swapping somebody. It's stupid, bro.
I could totally see them doing Jimmy Neutron is neutral. Call him Jimmy Neutral.
Gender neutral.
They don't. Jimmy is a they now. Like I could totally. But let's
Jimmy neutral.
Let's get away from that. Yeah, but let's just even get away from that. Let's talk about how much Netflix is charging people for their tier.
Yeah, they're already overcharging. Yeah, they're already overcharging.
Disney Plus is giving you the same amount. Disney Plus is already winning. They could get away with not even putting any content on this shit, and just get away with saying, "Hey, you get Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu all together in a bundle for $13 a month." There you go.
And I would do it, not even really wanting to really watch Disney Plus for ESPN Plus and Hulu.
Yeah,
those two alone, that's worth $13.
Yeah, bro.
That's what you pay for Netflix.
Yeah,
that's why. Oh, Hulu, forgive me for being like out of touch with this. Hulu is on Disney Plus.
No, Hulu is owned by Disney.
Oh, okay, that's right.
So all of their adult Marvel content will be on Hulu when they start coming out with adult Marvel content. Yeah. Actually, all of Disney's adult content period will be.
I'm about to say yeah.
In that case, maybe there's hope for the Netflix Marvel shows. I don't know. That's stretching.
No, Kevin. I mean, I don't want to get too off topic, but Kevin Feige already came out and said that they're not renewing any of those shows or anything like that. So like, Daredevil's not coming back. Punisher's not coming back.
Oh,
you already got rid of Runaways, which that was a terrible show when I watched the first season. But yeah, all those Marvel shows from Netflix are not getting renewed or anything like that. He killed that real fast.
Oh no. Don't want to hear that. Oh well. There's another dead dream.
That's part of the game. It's just like when a new head coach comes in to any kind of football team and they get rid of the rest of the staff and they bring in their own people. That's the same thing that happens with Disney. Kevin Feige came in. He's the president of all of Disney's entertainment content. He's coming in and came in and he said, you know what? Let's do Mandalorian, which by the way is a really great show. By the way, let's do let's recreate all this other Star Wars stuff and all this other Marvel stuff and all this other stuff. So yeah, Disney Plus is killing it right now, and it's only been out for 2 weeks, and it's already got people talking. So
we had people talking before it was out, but yeah, it's even more now.
True. Yeah. I mean, again, we can't fault Netflix for this because they have to fight. They have to fight to keep their shit.
They do. Also, it gets swallowed up.
That's my point. It was like, if you're going to fight, okay, fight with Nickelodeon. Like, have Nickelodeon on your side for sure.
Yeah, but I still say don't remake, especially the cartoons.
Just don't.
If you want to remake some live action shit, okay, I can honestly get behind that because that's just people. Don't remake the cartoons, please.
I agree with you, but what else do they have to do? Like
live action shit.
Their backs are against the wall. Think about it. If you're a company, you're gonna have to go against your own opinion whether you liked Drake and Josh or whether you liked Fairly Odd Parents or Hey Arnold or Rugrats. They're gonna have to remake those. You wanna know why? Because that's gonna generate more audience.
Yeah.
I mean, we can all three shake our heads. I'll shake my head too. But if I own a company, if I owned Netflix, if I was the president of Netflix and I had the option of remaking those shows, you bet your damn bottom dollar I'm going to remake those shows. Want to know why? Because it's going to bring me more money. It's going to bring me more subscribers, which is already going to bring me more money. And it's going to bring me more eyes, and it's going to bring more shit for people to talk about. Because I'm now finding out, too, that the more your stuff is talked, like people are paying companies, these big name companies, too, that the more they're being talked about, the more that their name are in people's titles on podcasts, they're getting money. I didn't even know that. That was new to me. I found out when I was just at Valencia, when I was in my little podcast group thing, or my journalism group thing. It's not really a podcast, but journalism group thing. Is that now companies are getting paid just from people uploading stuff with their name in it. Like,
wow, oh, for sure. Yeah.
Thank you. So it's like, as long as people are still talking about Netflix, it's still going to be a thing, So Imagine remaking all those favorite shows that everybody grew up with, Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks, but money talks. I can see it. Fuck the quality, right? Make one bad season, you still made a pretty penny. Yeah. Yep. That's just true for so much shit nowadays anyway.
Yeah, and to keep it in mind, all these companies are still turning a profit. They're still all making more and more money every single year.
Yeah, it doesn't matter
it's not like they're not making a profit anymore. It's not like they're taking a loss on anything.
Yeah.
This is just a further.
I keep forgetting that our opinions don't matter. I keep forgetting that it's not about the heart. It's about the fucking hands. It's I forget because I'm thinking too much with nostalgia and not about ka-ching ching. So that's my bad.
Look at what and I got two last points to make. Is Netflix was not making a profit when they were only charging us $6 or $7 a month. Once they hit like that $10 tier, and then you got to the $13 tier for HD or some shit, then that's when they started actually going back to making a profit.
They were making a profit before then. Before they started charging $12.99 for HD or whatever.
They weren't making that much of a profit before that. If you go back, they weren't making that much of a profit before that.
But they still were turning a profit, is my point.
And on top of that, going back to what Adam's last point was too, is everything's about money. Look at what Joker did. Joker was a standalone movie, which I think I texted y'all about too, was Joker by itself.
It turned $1 billion, right?
Great movie. Yeah. And I even hoped that it hit $1 billion, and it did hit $1 billion. I was like, holy shit.
It was great, yeah.
Now, Joker 2.
Oh gosh.
Which is there's no reason why it's just like making a Forrest Gump 2. That's what I look at.
Or Taken
because
2.
Forrest is a great movie. Forrest Gump was a great original movie. Period. Like I said in a group text a few days ago, if Forrest Gump came out in 2019,
He'd get a sequel.
they'd be making a sequel.
As I say, it would get a sequel. Tom Hanks would get a sequel. Yeah, for sure, man. Fucking ridiculous. Yeah, because it doesn't matter if you have a closed story. That money doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Obviously, the next natural step for that movie would have been to tie it into the new Batman. It doesn't need a sequel. But the sequel is part of the Batman. It writes itself. God bless. That is really just greedy. But what else is new?
Yeah. I can't fault them for more money. I mean, that's a part of the game. But at the same time, as a fan, as a true fan, you better, of course I'm pissed about it. But at the same time, I have to understand it because it's the business side of me where it's like, of course they're gonna make a sequel. They'd be dumb not to.
It would be. I mean, it's like it's like me personally. It's like fighting your brain with your heart. Because this is bad. It feels bad, but money, I need money to survive. It's really fucked up. Like,
and $1 billion is not easy to come by when you make a movie. By the way, especially on a movie that you only needed $50 million to make, $50 to $60 million to make, and it hit $1 billion.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Well, shit. Any final words, man, from anybody?
That was some heavy shit, but hey, we covered it all. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed or didn't. Hey, that's fine too, long as you listen.
I think pretty much everybody who listens enjoys, man. To be honest,
if you did enjoy it, sure you voice your opinion in the comments.
Not everybody.
Yeah, if you don't enjoy it, let us know.
If you guys don't enjoy it, these two will be back for another heated discussion in a new episode about what they don't like that you said. So be sure to only.
I mean, I don't know why you say it like that, but I mean, the person in question thanked us for addressing it, and it was cool. So it wasn't nothing out of malice. We just wanted to address it.
I know.
Yeah. I do want to say one thing. I don't think you guys. I think it continues to you guys continue to forget about it. Don't think about it. But it has officially been a year since we started the Contemporary Comrades. We started last November.
Yes. We started November 2018. Yeah.
Yep. So I do want to say congratulations to us.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro.
To us.
1 year down. Probably 20 or 30 casts or something like that.
To Temporary Comrades and to me tomorrow. I can't believe that those things tied up so well. That's wild. That's crazy because I'm living in a different state now. Is where I started Temporary Comrades with you guys. It's crazy. Life can change so quick if you actually just do shit. Everybody should take that to heart because it's for the best. Just do shit even if it's small and it might get big someday and then you'll be like, whoa, my life changed like the snap of a finger. So yeah, crazy. But I guess those are my closing words. Leave the viewers, the listeners, with something, something to make them smile. Hopefully. Yeah, you guys got anything?
Next week we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back next week, man.
We'll have some guests next week, next Monday. So
Maybe.
We'll be. It'll most likely be the things from the female perspective. I'm actually excited for it.
Yeah, we'll finally get that episode in.
Yeah. Maybe. Provided we get our guests to agree. But yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, man. I don't have anything else to say. Just keep researching.
Garen's about to fall asleep.
Fact check us. What's that? What'd you say?
Garen's about to fall asleep, so we're gonna have to, speak up.
I'm also about to fall asleep. Corey's the only one with enthusiasm tonight. So I don't know if you guys know.
I don't understand this talk about not having enthusiasm. I really don't understand it, but whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. Corey's the only one that
seriously
doesn't sleep amongst us. That's why he's always, keyed, and we're like, when it gets late like this, because it's 10:30 right now at night. So we are falling asleep, but Corin does not sleep.
I'm not falling asleep.
If you guys are picking this up, that's
ain't no we in it. I'm not falling asleep.
All right, well, I am. So I will admit to it. Jared won't, because clearly he's not falling asleep.
Clearly, me relaxing on my couch having a nice podcast is me falling asleep. But okay.
You're getting close. Anyways,
I'm just joking. But anyways, yeah, we do want to say thank you to everyone who listened. And another great episode with Adam back here as well. Again, thank you guys for listening. Hopefully we'll get some more followers too and some more listens on these podcasts. I know I'm going to be reaching out, especially now it's towards the end of the semester. I'm definitely going to be reaching out to random ass people, and hopefully they'll listen to the podcast.
I'll be meeting some new people here soon, guys. So I'll also start reaching back out to new folk. I'm in a much more populated area now, so I might actually get us some listeners now instead of one. So yeah,
you got more than one, but I feel you.
I think I got us exactly one. But anyways, yeah, this has been Contemporary Comrades. Farewell, people. See you soon.
Peace.
Later.
Peace. Bye.